Here's a surprise fact for you, Pretty, which is it wasn't really hard at all. The hardest transition for me was to break out of sales to the human resources function. That was the hardest one because, of course, let's say I'm going to pick one particular industry that is really only, with very few exceptions, hiring from within the same industry. Financial services, right? Banking. You're unlikely to be hired at a senior level into any bank unless you have something very unique that industry does not have right now, and that's why they bring you in, like, I don't know, chief digital officer or something like that. But in terms of HR, finance, all their various support functions, you are unlikely to even get an interview with any of those if they don't see that reflected on your background and resume. So it wasn't really hard for me to be considered a candidate for these industries, and I was lucky at the same time. Adidas was the first but only company where I actually applied to get there, and I was headhunted every single time. So it wasn't like I am knocking on someone else's door, say, hey, I would look for a more senior position. Would you hire me? No, they approached me. So they knew my background and they knew my achievements. So that's a surprise fact for you. It wasn't hard at all. It just allowed myself to be pushed outside of my comfort zone because, let's face it, what has worked in commercial finance at GE may or may not work in a fast-moving consumer goods company. And so I really had to understand the culture, the context, the circles of influence, decision, and power making in that new organization to then decide what from my prior experiences at Adidas and G can actually bring into these. What from those do I need to shapeshift into something that actually works with the new C's, as I call them, the 5 C's in the new organization.
पढ़ाई मतलब फाइन